to you as Chip Kelly and Shedeur Sanders are embracing after this game. This is the post game. Big Dog Chico in place to be. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Colorado just took the loss versus UCLA at the Rose Bowl. And, man, tough one to sit through as we had a long discussion on why this or why that or how this or how that. I didn't see my guy Kamani McLean like I anticipated. We didn't see Alton McCaskill to the end of the game. Defense played well for the most part until the end of the game. Offensive line played terribly, in my opinion. Shedeur Sanders limping off right now after being hit 17-plus times, hurried 20-plus times, and sacked 6-plus times. So unbelievable. Share this thing, like this thing's coming on this thing. Let me know what y'all thinking in. This is the post game with the biggest dog, Chico to the sea, and the place to be, man. One of those things that was hard for me to watch. Of course, we don't want to see Shiggity Shedeur Sanders, as I call him, get hit the way he's been hit this whole season, basically, should I say. So, hanging there, Shedeur Sanders. A lot of people saying he probably should have came out of the game before the end of the game. But, man, Dylan is a running back, but he shouldn't be back there trying to pass protect. They shouldn't have him in that position. It's all about putting your guys in a position to be successful. And I don't think we put our guys in position to be successful in for the most part in the many positions as possible. Let me see what this comment says. Big Dog Chico, you play tight end. Would your coach have told y'all to chip the ends, destroying your QB because the defensive end are destroying our QBs? Yes, you definitely want to chip and help out your tackles. Running backs also, but your tackles and stuff, y'all got to be smarter than that, man. I saw our guys block inside and leave a guy and let him go. Let these two curly-head twins get off on our guys. Let our Sole Uso boy right here, Afrikasi, guy Latu, I think his name was, get off on us. And, man, UCLA showed out, man. Showed why they're the number one defense in the conference, but we also showed why we allow so many daggone sacks. Unbelievable. I'm tired of seeing Alton McCaskill get mop-up duty as if he's a scrub. Dang. So y'all go ahead and get your comments in. Let me know what y'all thinking right now. Let me know what you're thinking, man. Let's go ahead and get 1,000 people up here, get 1,000 likes, and go from there, man. But terrible loss. 28-16 is the final. UCLA over Colorado. 2023 ESPN, all rights reserved. That's what they said. Well, we in here live and in effect, back and direct. Like vertebrae is me, Chico to the sea, and the place to be. That game was horrible, Sade React said. What about the adjustments? What are some players y'all would like to see? I would have liked to see just not so many of the same combinations stay into the game. Where was Kamani McLean for real? Could he have made a difference? Travis Hunter, 2 picks in the first half. One on the quarterback's first pass attempt, which was crazy, outrageous pick that he made also. Someone to kiss, someone to miss. Lonely hours and moments like this to be loved. Dang. The Bruins beat the Buffs in the most thrilling victory. Let's give a quick summary right quick. Tell you guys as far as the passing yards go, Shedeur Sanders, 27. Let's hit this right here. Shedeur Sanders, 27 of 43. 217 yards, 1 touchdown. E. Garbles, 20 of 27, 269 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick. As far as rushing, Harding for UCLA had 20 carries for 78 yards and 1 touchdown. Alton McCaskill, 2 carries for 14 yards. For Colorado, he had a 7-yard average. And everybody else, no one else had even more than that. And they played most of the game. Dylan Edwards, 4 carries, 12 yards. We had a total of 24 carries for 38 yards. Shedeur Sanders, 13 carries, -7. That's all on those sacks. But just the running backs, Hankerson, 3 for 8. Wilkerson, 2 for 11. Edwards, 4 for 12. McCaskill, 2 for 14. We can't do nothing with that, dog. We can't do nothing with that. In my opinion, we're trying to force something that doesn't fit. We don't have an offensive line that can hold up for a 7-step drop and all these things, but we're still running these 7-step drop concepts and long developing type plays. When I think our offense should look like that last drive that we scored on. Excuse me, our offense should look exactly like the last drive that we scored on. That's quick drops, quick plays. The ball is out. We had a 18-yard score from Shedeur Sanders to Jimmy Horn Jr. That's because what? He did a 3-step drop, negated the fact that the offensive line has to block for a long time, let the receiver get open one-on-one coverage, and put the ball up and let his receiver go get it. That's because we're not trying to force our team, our offense, to do 5- and 7-step drops and try to protect Shedeur Sanders on these guys who's coming out with their ears pinned behind them. You don't want to do that. Unbelievable. We can be better. We can score, and we can be way more productive than what I've seen us do, especially in this last game, man. We could be a lot better than what that is. And what they're saying we need an offense. I think we need an offensive personnel guy. Let Sean Lewis continue to call his plays or whatever, but somebody need to say, hey, man, listen, you got to stop calling where the offensive line has to block for a long time. Hey, man, you got to stop calling for just have personnel issues like that is unbelievable. You shouldn't have Dylan Edwards picking up a daggone blitz on these big 250-pound linebackers, dog. That's not what he's made to do. The man is made to get outside and make those guys run and tackle him. You know what I'm saying? We didn't make the adjustments that I think we need to make. We have all this experience on the coaching staff, but we have to see that, hey, man, Bentley and Trevor Woods played 95% of the snaps on defense out there. You telling me they're not tired? You telling me they're not tired of running across the field? Get them out of the game. Get them a rest. Get some fresh guys in there. Let them run and chase the guy across the field and stuff. The fresher the guys are, the better, the faster they can play, less mistakes they're going to make, especially on defense. Why are we forcing it? If we're subbing out defensive linemen, we need to be subbing out those linebackers too, putting them in position, in their best positions to be successful. Some linebackers are better against the run. Some are better against the pass. I would not have my linebacker who's better against the run trying to defend the pass when I have a linebacker on the sideline who can defend the pass, what his strengths are to defend the pass, to drop back in the cover two like Brian Urlacher used to and get deep. Bentley, that's not his thing. He don't want to drop back in coverage and get deep. I want to smack somebody in the mouth in front of me. You feel me? So that's what I'm going to put him in position to do. Put Juju Mitchell in the game. Put DeMore Kennedy in the game. Let him drop back. Put Morgan Pearson in the game. Put Ham in the game. Give Trevor Woods a rest. Put Brian B. Gant in the game. He's a former safety. You telling me he can't get there? Big dog, you speak facts, but why don't the coaching staff see this? They are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they should know this. I don't know, dog. You can't. I can't answer that question. It's coaching staffs around the country that are getting paid a lot of money that can't recognize certain stuff that's simple. I don't know. Maybe they're getting the good old boy treatment. They're getting homeboy treatment. They're getting promoted because of their, buddies or whatever. But simple stuff like this will have me going crazy on the sideline. You understand? Straight up. Because it's simple one-on-one football. You put your guys in the best position possible to be successful at doing the things that they do best. If I'm a big receiver, why are you keep calling these bubble screens for me? Man, call me a slant route and a go route so I can be a big receiver and do what big receivers do. Call me a dig route so I can catch it and take that lick and pop up and give a first down mark. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a pass rusher, stop putting me in on goal line. Let me go in on 3rd and long. If I'm a big hit linebacker, stop putting me in, telling me to drop down the field. And now the quarterback running right at me, shakes me and make me look bad. Now my confidence is gone. I don't want to be in that position again. Now, you feel me? You got to put your guys in position to be successful at doing the things that they do best. If I know good and daggone well my offensive line cannot block and hold the block for 4 seconds, why am I calling a play that's going? I'm just speaking hypothetically as a coach. I wouldn't call a play that's going to take a 3-4 seconds to develop. I'm gonna call a quick hitter, Shador. Just like y'all talked about all preseason. Hey, we're gonna have fast concept. The ball's gonna come out quick, fast, and in a hurry. We're gonna do this one. Well, call the plays like that, then, dog. Call the quick plays like that. You call the plays what Shador say, huh? Now the ball. No, call this. Ready, hut. Woo, hut. Ready, hut. Get the ball out quick, like y'all said y'all was gonna do, dog. Receivers, same thing. You got to get open. Crossing routes, you got to understand where you're open on a crossing route. You don't loaf on a crossing route and then get there and not know what's going on. You sprint to your spot, get open. If it's a zone, turn around, sit up, and show. Caleb Mathis seemed like he has an understanding of these concepts already as a freshman, which is why he had the catches that he did. How it's the same old story. The rundown glory. Same old story. Now in the hurry. Listen, you saying stop blaming the offensive line when what? Watch what he say right here. I bet you he said when you don't run the ball or some stuff. I missed it. Let me see. But the point is, I think I saw him say, stop blaming the offensive line when you guys are not running the ball. Who calls the plays? Exactly. So what are you talking about? He calls the plays. So if he's not calling a run play, that's the offensive coordinator. He called the play. If he's calling plays with a man getting sacked, then that's the offensive coordinator. He called the play. He's the offensive coordinator. Do you know what that means? He runs all this. He's the head coach of the offense. He's the defensive coordinator. You know what that means? He's the head coach of the defense. Coach Prime is the head coach of all of this. He's the overseer. He's the CEO. You understand? These two guys are my underbosses. You feel me? Come on, man. And that's factual and actual. You're the one I think you roll back to just to. Oh, okay. That's TLC. But man, we talk about concepts, man. It's my birthday weekend. It's my birthday tonight, 12 o'clock a.m. is my birthday. So it's my birthday somewhere. It's October 29th, somewhere in this world. Y'all wish your boy a happy birthday and give me some positive vibes as I'm trying to get over this. I feel like it's a cold. I feel like I got a cold or something. And I'm trying to get over it to go enjoy the rest of my night and my day tomorrow. Take the kids to the pumpkin patch. You know what I'm saying? But as far as this goes right now, man, we got to get better. We got to find a way to do better, get better, be better, and produce better. You feel me? What does humility have to do with Shador playing? Not a dang thing. Shouts out to Bridget Maxey. My coach from high school was Coach Maxey, my dog. Happy birthday, Big Dog Rico Servion said. I appreciate it. Pro Sports, appreciate you. Some don't understand that Coach Prime is not calling the plays and defense neither. The substitute, exactly. Coach Prime is the overseer. He ain't making those calls. He trusts the guys who are making those calls. But I honestly think deep down he knows that we don't have all the guys that we're supposed to have. And we're just trying to compete the best we can with what we have right now. That's what I think he feels deep down inside. ASAP. Chico Rush, you could have gotten the win. Rush, I wish you could have gotten the win. I would think that would say, yep, I wish I could have gotten the win too. For real. I would probably been out there doing cartwheels and stuff right now. At the bar talking about the drinks on me. Where should I go? Where should I go? I hate to put on clothes or anything, but where should I go? Go somewhere. Remember I told y'all the story about I went to this random Asian bar, a Korean bar. I walked up in that thing and And the Korean lady walked up to me. I thought she was going to try to holler at me, but she was on her hustle game. She walked up to me. Hello, you come here to eat? Yeah, I just came to get a little something to eat. I'm hungry. You know what I mean? I ain't want to go to one of these fast food restaurants. And I came into this parking lot and I saw it said bar and grill. So I just wanted to run in here and get something to eat. I don't really drink or anything, but you know, it wasn't a lot of cars out here. I just want to get something to eat. Oh, come on in. You get something to eat. Next thing I know, $60 later. It's like the thing is $60 later. All I wanted was a nice $14, $15 plate, 20 at the most. $60 later, and had the nerve to say I still owe some money. But it's okay. You can leave. It's okay. Because you know what? Tried to tell me to go to the ATM. No, I told her, I ain't got no ATM card. I don't have an ATM card. No, I'm not going to the ATM. You can take this little 60 that I got. I got 60 for you. It should be number 40, but I got 60 for you. I got 60 for you. And you're right, basement. Probably wouldn't even been 20 because the steak meal I saw on there was like $29. You know, but still $60 later. She was trying to make money off your meal. I think so too. I think she had a little deal with the waitress. I think they had a deal to where, you know, they make me buy more drinks and stuff. They get a cut or something like that. The more I buy, the more they get. The more I pay, the more we play. Tuki $5. Tuki $5. Y'all think Kamani staying? Yeah, Kamani should stay, man. He shouldn't go nowhere. Stay with Coach Prime. Stay with Travis. I'm not going nowhere if I'm a Colorado player. All this attention I'm getting, you got to be crazy to go somewhere. Everybody know your name. As soon as you go to another school, you're gonna be just another player on that school. That fan base might know you, but everybody knowing you is out the window. You being next to Coach Prime is out the window. I don't know why people don't see that. Why y'all even think about transferring? I wouldn't. That wouldn't even be on my radar. That wouldn't even be on my radar. What y'all fake got going on tonight, acting like y'all caring about? How can we bounce back for the rest of the season? Let me see. If you haven't hit the like button, you haven't hit the join button yet, you can join the page. Look right up here in the corner. If you want to donate, you can. There's the donation button right there. Speed Hustle TV is the Cash App, or you can hit me on the super chat. I appreciate it. What that say? First, happy birthday. It's time for a new offensive line coach and offensive coordinator. Tonight clearly shows that Shedeur Sanders is again tired of getting hit. Yeah, but let me tell you this. Would a new offensive line coach and a new offensive coordinator right now change anything? Would it make those guys block better? Would it make them get bigger, stronger, faster, smarter? I don't know. But you could put your guys in position to be a lot better than what I think in some places they're being put in right now. Shedeur is hurt. He would not make it at all. Oh, no, come on. She was trying to make money off your meal, big dog, for sure. I could tell them stories all day. Was it good? The food, yeah, the food was good, actually. The steak they brought I had a steak. Listen, I was eating, right? It was almost like she was I need to go back and find that lady, dog, and see and tell her appreciate it, actually. Even though she tried to I think hustle me, but the food I had was fire. I ain't gonna lie, it was fire now. But she did do this like a mother one time. I was sitting down eating. What did I order the first time? Was it the shrimp? It was something. I think it was a shrimp something. But I ate it so fast. She was like, "Oh, you're hungry. You're hungry. No. You get the steak." I was like, "Hold on now. The steak costs $30. I didn't even come here to spend $30. You're gonna be no. You just get the steak." What? All right, dog. I get the steak. Steak came out. Steak was fire. I took some of it home because I was full after eating half of it. But yeah, they tried to get me with the alcohol. The alcohol is how they make their money because they bought out these little bitty Budweiser beer for $20. What? Come on, man. Shedeur Sanders will get better for the rest of the season. I think they're gonna have to call different plays though. Once again, how you start off or how you score at the end of the game seemingly easily, but then you can't score any other time. That's because of the play calling, man. It got to be because of play calling, shall I say. Execution, of course, but we still have to have the right play calls to execute. All right. I'm checking out these comments coming in. I appreciate y'all continuing to comment. Say I'm after the last UCLA game. Can we get a parent student post UCLA game interview from the candid perspective of the parent? We can do better coaches, personnel, athletes. Yeah, I was gonna have a parent come on, but I don't want to have a parent come on after a game like this, and then they might say something or really speak their mind, and now it causes a riff or something like that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to stay respectful. We want to stay, understanding what could happen, what goes on, and so on. Jamila said, "What's the story with McCrimmon? Did they redshirt him?" I saw him working out, but on the offensive line, a lot of times, just anybody just can't come on and learn and join. You got to understand the whole concepts and everything. But at the end of the day, if you're not protecting the man, then shit, you might as well try somebody else out there. Try somebody else out that thing. The parents shouldn't air out the coaches. Exactly. I agree. Smoking Alton were 100-yard rushers, or 1,000-yard rushers, should I say. Yep. Shedeur Travis Weaver and 44 stop definitely went up tonight. Even the announcers knew that targeting call was trash. It's hot trash, too. That's terrible. What plays can they call if the defense is as dominant as Oregon and UCLA were at manhandling? All right, I'm going to break this down for you guys real quick one more time, and I'm up out of this thing, dog. Listen, in football is like the ultimate team game, right? Like the ultimate team game. You heard Prime say this earlier, too. It's the ultimate team game. Shedeur can't really do nothing without the offensive line. Receivers can't do nothing without the offensive line and Shedeur. Running backs can't do nothing without the offensive line. Nobody on offense can do anything without the offensive line. If your defensive line is trash on defense, your defense is probably going to be trash too. Everything starts up front with the big fellas. That's why big fellas are so sought after in recruiting, because you get those guys up front who can play, they can cause havoc on the ball game. Now, how can you minimize that on the offensive side as far as being a play caller goes? Being a play caller, you're in control of whether you're going to maximize the offensive line's responsibility, or you're going to minimize the offensive line's responsibility. You're not going to ever just diminish it, but you can reduce it. Okay? How can you do that? Reducing the length of time that the offensive line has to hold their blocks. Most average plays, the offensive line has to hold their block for about 3 seconds. The quarterback should get rid of the ball. So that's literally this: 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Ball should be gone. Long drop should be about 4 or 5 Mississippi. That's long to block somebody. In these cases, you can go 3 Mississippi and shorter, which means a 3-step drop for the quarterback. Ready, set, hut. 1, 2, 3. Ball should be out. That's the 3-step drop. Ready, set, hut. 1, 2, 3. Ball should be out. A slow 3-step drop. Ready, set, hut. 1, 2, 3. Ball should be out. It never should be 1, 2, 3, 4 and looking and looking. No. Ball should be out real quick, fast, and in a hurry. That look like I'm watching the news now. It look like St. Island. But ball should be out. Kaka'ako. Dang. The ball should be out quick, fast, and in a hurry. That way the offensive line doesn't have to hold their block too long. The ball is out. You got the ball into the playmakers' hands, which are the wide receivers, quick, fast guys, and now they can make plays. Everything you call, every play you call, you know whether it's a 3-step drop, 4-step, 5-step, 6-step, 7, whatever step drop it is. You know what it is when you call the play. So every play I call would be a 3-step drop. Even if you're going deep, you can do it off a 3-step drop. That's why you saw Jimmy Horn Jr. score on that 18-yard pass play. That was on a 3-step drop. 1, 2, 3, ball is out. Ball was in the air before he even looked back. That's all it is. As simple as that. If you want to call in and let me know what you think, you can. You're more than You're more than welcome to. I'm gonna put this in the chat right quick. Call in. I'll give you 2 minutes to state your claim. Let me know where you're calling in from, your name, and where you're at, and what you think by clicking that link right there and calling in if you want to. We're real quick, like it in a hurry. Look like we had like 7K people on that last live earlier today. If you haven't already, make sure you join the page. If you can, I appreciate it. Big Dog, very proud of the. Y'all see that comment right there? I mean, you can't say it should be put quick and fast when sometimes they are not open. Okay, listen. The pass should be quick and fast. It's not just on the offense line and the quarterback. The receivers are on the same page also. And you're talking to one who had to be on that same page, all right? At the tight end position, H-back, and wide receiver position. Understanding the concept. I've lined up behind the quarterback, next to the quarterback, on the end of the line, in the slot, and outside on the numbers. So I literally can tell you the perspective from all of these positions. Literally, for real. Actually done it. I'm sitting here telling you how it's done. And it's done by play calling in a 3-step drop. Simple concepts. Wide receivers are on that same thing. They know there's a 3-step drop also. They're not just running around. Oh, the ball coming. No, they know that play is a quick 3-step play. So I'm going to get open right now. Ready, set, boom, boom, ball coming. They're on the same page. Real quick, Swimming Millie. We got 2 minutes for you. Let us know where you're calling in from and what's your name. As I take you off mute, you're unmuted right now. I'm trying to. Oh, there you go. Add you to the stage first. You're unmuted right now. Swimming Millie. Are you in this thing? Trying to unmute you right now, but it's not letting me unmute you. Can you unmute yourself? Unmute yourself. Got to unmute yourself. Bridget Maxey says, CU was good except for the O-line. Can't unmute my guests because they chose to mute themselves. So you got to unmute yourself, Swimming, then you'll be in this thing. All right. Happy birthday, Luther said to me. I appreciate you. B. Wilk up in this thing. Props to Jaden Milner-Jones. Yep, he was a beast on punt coverage. And great to see Caleb Mathis get some catches in tonight. Much love, B. Wilk out of Colorado, for sure. I agree with you on that. Zoe trying to call in also. What Zoe got to say? They're not letting me unmute you guys. Y'all are muting yourselves, it's saying. So if you want to come in, unmute your microphone and get it in. D. Valeri. Oh, now what's happening with you?
Hey, little brother, how are you? Let me mute. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well. What's going on?
Let me mute you. Your the microphone.
Okay, you can just turn it down a little bit in the background. You should hear me well. Alton McCaskill needs to start. Dylan Edwards is fast, but can't pick up a blitz. He actually can pick up a blitz, but he just shouldn't be put in that position, being he's only 170, 165 pounds. Let me see. Diva, are you there? Let me see. I'm going to read a couple more comments right quick.
Can you hear me now?
All right, yeah, go ahead, Diva.
All right. Let me make sure I have you turned on. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you for having me on. I just want to say thank you and thank you for all that you do. This game, I am a little bit hot about it, and I want to talk to you about the coaching. Now, I know, and I don't want to go in too hard. But I do want to talk about the coaching and the fact that one of the things we always say that if somebody's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, they got to be Insane. And so here's my thing. Don't keep blaming them poor babies on the front line. We already know they're not good. We know that. Now, at what point do we give them some kind of help? We're not going to get some new people in here at this point in the season, are we?
Not going to get any new people in here at this point. Yep.
I need you to answer this for me. I need you to answer this. Why in the Sam Hamage do we wait to the last quarter to put in McCaskill? Why are we not putting in McCaskill in the first? Why? Okay. Woosah. I'm trying to understand this because it doesn't make any sense when we keep coming out trying to throw and you getting the same results. They coming at you. I would bring the house. Anybody who's don't even know football would bring the house because they know if you are third and long, well, all we got to do your line. Your line is no good.
Put the pressure on the line. You're exactly right. And even you can see it like you're saying. Go back to what you said earlier when you said not blaming the babies, not blaming the players. And that's why I'm saying that the coaches and the concepts of the play calling is not putting them in the best position possible to be successful. If you know that they're not that good, like you just said, you see that they're not that good. So the offensive coordinator, coaches who've been coaching longer than some of us have been watching football should see that they're not that good. So there are ways. They're not the first offensive line that hasn't been that good. Can we agree on that? Okay. So if that's correct, then what does that mean? That means that there are ways to adjust when you don't have that part of your team as a strength. It's not the first time. So how can you do that? And the concepts that I've been explaining are those concepts of how you negate those things, how you minimize those things, how you reduce the importance of those things. And that is 3-step drops, quick passes, screens, all type of things that's going to have the ball conceptually coming out of the hands of Shedeur Sanders very quickly. 3-step drops. Any drop in football is either going to be, when I say drop, that means the quarterback taking the snap and dropping back to pass, looking back downfield. In their mechanics, they have 3 steps in those drops, and they have 5 steps and 7 steps in those drops, just by off mechanics. 1, 2, 3, now you're ready to throw. If you put your quarterback in those situations more than none, examples are the last drive that they had where they scored on, the throw to Jimmy Horn Jr. for the 18-yard touchdown was off of a 3-step drop. Did you see Shedeur Sanders get hit on that play? No. Did you see pressure in his face on that play? Probably could have been, but it wouldn't have gotten to him because he got the ball off within those 3 steps in the drop. The offensive coordinator has to recognize this. He has to make more calls with those 3-step drops, which will give them better chance to make those throws. Adding to that is you have to have things balanced. So you have to make more run play calls. Even if they don't work, you have to make run play calls. Secondly, the guys that are making productive runs, you have to give them the ball more. That guy has been, every time he's given the ball, he's been productive. Alton McCaskill, he should be starting the next game, in my opinion. All right. Anybody else got comments? Leave them. Call in. The link is in the chat. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know where you're calling in and so on.
Happy birthday, big dog.
Appreciate you. Who is that checking that swimming? Swimming Millie. Oh, no, I appreciate you.
Nah, that's the voice of reason.
That's the voice of reason. That's what it is. I got a lot of people on the line right now.
It's all good. It's all good. But I just wanted to mention, at some point with this O-line, like you brought up a great point. They got to improvise with this play calling. But at some point, Shedeur's going to have to pull himself and preserve himself for the next season because he is coming back. This guy could, the way they come and swarming down in on Shedeur, man, they could possibly really hurt him, man. And it's, it's room for concern right now. Another point I want to make is about Travis Hunter. Now, Travis Hunter is definitely, he's a playmaker, man. I can't take that from him. But one thing about Travis, though, when 17 got that call, it seems like Travis is always in the middle of the focal point of the game. Travis seems to be targeted, when the game, you see what I'm saying? When the momentum swing is needed, they're going to target Travis. So Travis is saying he's him, which was a close call. It was a close call that 17 got, but Travis is saying he's him. He got to show up with that, man. We seen that with Stanford with number 13. Number 13 ran for, got what, 294 yards? If you him, you got to show up at these critical moments, man.
I think getting 2 picks is showing that he's him in ways that I don't think there's 2 other DBs in the country would have gotten that first pick that he got. That he just
you're right.
Secondly, for all the things he's done in the season, for him to give up that one game, it was massive versus Stanford and close to 300 yards. I just say he was coming off an injury on that. At least we can look at it and say he's coming off an injury. You could tell he was obviously not the same player. So, it happens. If that happens back-to-back games or so on, then I'd be worried. For one game for that to happen with him, and if you look across the country, everybody, has had at least one game where they didn't look themselves, and they wasn't even coming off injury like Travis Hunter, nor have they made the positive plays that Travis Hunter has made. So people, I think, are trying to harp on that game versus Stanford to try to make it seem worse than what it was, in my opinion, just because, he gave up, some big plays. It happens, dog. It happens. Look, anybody you name, it happens. It can to, or it has happened to.
294 yards, it happens. Come on, Chico.
But look. This goes just how when they have when quarterbacks throw for like 400 yards, but they only actually threw the ball for like a 5-yard throw and catch, and then the receiver takes it to the other 95 yards, but the quarterback gets credit for those 95 yards too, don't they? But the receiver ran those 95 yards, right? Quarterback still gets credit. Same thing on this. The receiver caught the pass, maybe in the vicinity or while Travis was covering him, but sometimes the other defenders are not in position either. The man ran across the field, past 3 other defenders to score the touchdown too.
Well, that's true. That's true.
The game now, dog. I'm gonna
tell
you.
I got one more question for you, Chico. I got one more question.
Yeah.
And I want an honest opinion. Cormani's chances of staying next year. Now, I heard you earlier bring up and say, well, there's a lot of attention here. Well, is attention more important than playing time?
All right, listen, playing time is not just going to be given to you, especially with a coach like Coach Prime Deion Sanders. It's not just going to be given to you. That has to be earned, and that's with in every place you go to. So if he is not performing at practice, means on time, training room when he's supposed to, watching the amount of film that he's required to, knowing the schemes and coverages that he's supposed to know for the game plan, if he's lacking or slacking on any of those things, which is highly possible for a freshman to be doing, then he is reducing the chances of him getting onto the field, no matter how talented he is. Now, me talking about him being on the field and needing to be on the field is strictly off of talent and what I think he can do on the field. What he's doing behind closed doors or at the meeting room or whatever, I don't know. But I do know that the simplest thing can get you either in a doghouse or but we've seen clearly that he's not in the doghouse. Coach Prime gave him, told him to step up and lead the team and, give him opportunities. So at the end of the day, it is the defensive backs coach call whether he plays or not, based off of if that coach feel like he's ready to play. Secondly, he is a freshman. Look at how many freshman DBs who are ranked, should I say, up there in the top are actually playing this year and being productive.
Right.
I don't rush for him. although I do feel like he's a gamer and he can't just go out there on the field and play, but that's not the standards for this coaching staff. You got to do
Right.
everything on and off the field. And I don't think him running to another school will solve any of those problems.
Now, the question was, is he going to?
Now the question is he going to? I don't know whether he's going to or not. I can't say whether.
I'm just saying, from your guesstimation, from you making an estimation, put yourself in Carmani's shoes.
I wouldn't even be thinking about transferring. As a young kid, you probably I take that. As a young kid, you could be thinking, or you could be hearing the outside noise. Oh, they saying I should be playing at Miami, or if I would have went to Miami, I would have did this, or they saying this. Or everything is they saying. As a smart young man with my head on straight, knowing that I made the right decision in the first place, I'm staying with the greatest to ever do it. And if he's telling me that I'm not doing things correctly to get on the field, then either I'm going to be mature enough to understand that, or hopefully my mom is telling me that and I'm listening to her. But all in all, I'm staying there because of the reason why I came there is because you're with the best ever. You with Coach Prime. He's not going to teach you nothing bad. He's going to treat me like a son. That goes with being disciplined also. Disciplined also. That means that if I do something wrong, he going to tell me. He going to be on me. Just like a dad.
Right.
He ain't going to be, if I want him to treat me like a son, I can't expect him to be praise all the time. If people think that's what he does with his sons, then they're just looking from the outside in, and you're probably in for a rude awakening. And if that's the case, if you're thinking about transferring, if you want to transfer, then that's on you, dog. Go ahead. Then you weren't built for this. I don't want you anyway. And I'm not enough anybody who's feeling like, and that should be your thought in life too. If you got a girl that talking about she don't want to be with you, then go ahead. What do you mean? Going on then. If you got a friend that don't want to be with you, then let them go head on. You know what I'm saying? You want to go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Not
Right.
So yeah, if I'm Kamani McLean, I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm in a good headspace. I'm in Colorado. I'm away from all the BS in the hood back home. My mama is straight. NIL deals coming in. Coach Prime making sure I'm good. All I got to do is do what I have to do, and that's
stick it out.
That's not going to be solved by going to any other school, because guess what I'm going to have to do at any other school? The same thing that they're
show up
here. The same thing. I got to go to class. I got to go to treatment. I got to be on time. I got to be respectful. I got to do my work. I got to learn the playbook, and I got to be productive.
Right.
Simple as that.
I think that was a great answer, Chico. Thank you once again, man, for letting me join your platform, and happy birthday once again, bro. For real. Enjoy yourself, man.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for calling in and tuning in and keeping it 100 one time for me. I appreciate it. I'm going to go celebrate.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you again. Yes, sir. Anybody else out there, man, y'all want to join in and say something? I got some people on the call right now. Let me unmute them so they can say something. Let me see here. The Brazil show. Or Brazil.
No, it's Brazil. Brazil. You got it right.
I know it's Brazil, but I know I meet people from Brazil, and they say Brazil. I'm from Brazil.
We say Brazil. But yeah, I'm going to say Feliz Aniversario. It means happy birthday in Portuguese.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, man. I'm originally from.
Wait. Where are you from?
I'm originally from LA. I live in Rio, but I live in Rio. Yeah, I've been living here for 20 years, man.
Pronounce it for me one time so they can hear
it. We'll say it again. Pronounce what? Brazil.
How do you say it? Say it.
Brazil.
See? Brazil.
Yeah.
But some of us country people say Brazil.
Yeah, we leave the L off.
Yeah, what's going on with you though?
But so I'm not gonna say too much about my personal life, but I played in the Pac-10. I played at the Rose Bowl, best stadium in the country, man. It's fast, it's beautiful. But let me get onto the game. One thing, man, I wish people would just get off this Cormani thing, man. He's a young dude. When I played ball, if you was a freshman, you had to redshirt. You weren't going to play. So this younger generation now, they like, he needs to play. I didn't really know about him because I didn't follow high school ball. But just looking at him from what I've seen, he's got some maturity, man. He's got like a lot of all the things you said. He has to mature. He's playing against grown men. He has to learn the system, beef up a little bit, and he'll get there. Like when I played, all the guys that went to the NFL on my team, they didn't start shining to their junior and senior year. So you got to give it time. You guys in the audience need to just chill. Kamani will be fine. He's in the right place with the right people. As far as the game, I'm not real that upset because I didn't think they were going to beat UCLA. I mean, I'm actually surprised that they kept the game so tight. The defense played their butt off. You know, it was some slip-offs, but for what they have, and this is what people have to understand, for the team that they have, they're playing really well this season. They got 4 wins against teams they should have beat them. They should have beat Stanford. If they beat Stanford, I would have said, successful season.
Right.
They got to get one more team. I don't know if they can, the teams that coming out, I mean, they can get 1 or 2 wins out of the next ones, but from where they're coming from last year, and all these guys are new. You guys got to understand out there. They haven't played together before. And guys are fighting for position. The O-line is trash, so we know that. Nothing they can do about that except for what you were saying, get the ball out Shador's hands quicker, get some run plays quicker. But for what they have, they were just going up against a bigger, faster UCLA team. Nothing they could do about that. UCLA's front line is just it. Nothing they could do about that. Travis Hunter played his ass off. The previous caller was saying something about Travis. Nah, man, that happens every corner. Every corner gets beat on a play. Look at the NFL. How many corners get beat every play? Deion's gotten beat. So Travis played his butt off. Shiloh played his butt off. I mean, that he shouldn't have got ejected from that play. I mean, he led with his shoulder. They're gonna call what they call, but Shiloh was, man, he was putting some hits on them boys. And other than that, like I said, I'm really not disappointed knowing the team that they have and what they need. We all see what they need. The calls are suspect. They got to do something to protect Shador, but just for the O-line they have, really not much you can do, really. Other than that, man, I ain't got nothing to say other than I love your show. Keep doing what you're doing. When you get a chance, come on down. We're starting a American Football League here in Rio de Janeiro, so when that gets going, I'll hit you up. Maybe you can come down here and do some coverage.
I'd love to. I thought you was gonna say come down there and play. I was about to say I'm well over that.
No, me too. But I'll be coaching.
I love to come down there and do something like that though, for sure. You know how it is. Man. Once we get done, we done.
Oh no, man! The knees and the hips and the back is gone.
Yes, indeed. Well, I appreciate
you, though, man. Love
Thank you. Yes,
all
sir.
Right, appreciate it.
That's at the Rio de Janeiro down there in Brazil, for sure. Like you said, that's a former player right there, giving you his insight, letting you guys know, and pretty much the same thing I've been saying, except for I think that the little things they can do, to minimize the offensive line's impact is making those calls to supplement and get the ball out quick, fast, and in a hurry, should I say. Let me see here. I think we got Clark on the line, but we can't unmute Clark. We got Zoe on the line. Let me see if Zoe is unmuted.
Yo.
Zoe, what's happening? Oh, nah.
This Clark.
Okay, let me go Zoe, because Clark just popped on. We'll get you, Clark. Go ahead, Zoe. Where you checking in from?
Can I be heard?
Yeah, you heard.
Straight out of Florida, man. It's Zoe.
Straight out the FLA. What's happening, Zoe?
Chilling. Hey, man, there's a lot of problems with this team, man. Play calling is like a book, man. There's chapters in it, man. At the beginning of the game, they need to learn how to take some shots down the field or at least establish a run game. But I see at least 6 things that they could do to try to improve moving forward. Obviously, number 1 is run the ball. That will slow the game down for them.
Mm-hmm.
Instituting some jet sweeps and some motions.
Right.
would be able to slow the pass rush down from the edge, because looking at the game, it wasn't like the tackles were just the problem. It was really the inside as well, with Wilty and getting blown off the ball and just blocking air. I'm like, what is he doing? Running backs, they got to get some swing routes, or at least some whip routes, some Texas routes, to be able to take advantage of the box being loaded. I mean, they're loading up the box, man, bringing the safeties down. So it's not too much they could do, even with the quick screens or getting the ball out quick. It's just too many people in the box. Crossing routes, man. I have never seen a crossing route the whole year. I seen them get cooked with the crossing route when they played CSU.
Right. But
Maybe they need to try to
run one. Maybe we need to try to run some ourselves.
Who you telling, man? And then the last thing is, I haven't seen them taking advantage of none of the tight ends running up the middle seam routes. Not one time throughout the whole entire season. To me, man, it's just one dimensional, and that's causing them to be able to be pretty much out schemed and out coached and getting dominated. It's not too much Shador could do if he don't have no time to throw the ball. So I mean, there's a lot of things they could do, but if they don't do these things, it's going to be a long, long year. And the reality is, they just not tough at the point of attack, man. I mean, I played ball back in the day, and the reality is, if you're not going to have a balanced game, it's not 7-on-7, it's 11-on-11. If you're not going to have a balanced attack running the ball, you got to take advantage of just throwing the ball to the running backs or swing routes. Some, like I said before, crossing routes, or at least take advantage of that soft zone by throwing seam routes to the tight end or to the slot receivers. I thought, Horn and all these other guys are going to get off, but it seems like, they're not taking advantage of that personnel. And it's not just the offensive line. It's the lack of running the ball. It's the lack of running the ball.
So that goes to the play calling. That goes to the lack of, like you said, lack of running the ball, play calling, extensions of the run game by throwing high percentage short passes where guys can catch it and run it as if it's a running play call. If the running is not working behind the line, swing it out to the running backs, throw screen passes, come up with some creative screens, run jet motion, fake the run and hand it off here, go this way, get into the film room and find new play concepts, find some wing T play concepts or something and pass out of that. We're just too vanilla. We've seen this team line up with 2 tight end sets, 2 tight ends, 1 running back, 3 a fullback and a running back, wide receiver split, motion here, multiple formations to make us think, damn, what do they have coming now? That's what I feel like we need to be on for this games, next few games coming up. Or they're just going to keep teeing off and hitting us in the mouth. Hitting us in the mouth. How can we bounce back from this moving forward? What can we take from this game? Let me handle these super chats real quick, before I forget. Shouts out to B Wick once again for the Feezy, the 5. How about a moving pocket? Man, hold on, let me answer that right quick. A moving pocket with a suspect offensive line. That's even longer or more of a what am I looking for? A more of a complex type of way to have to block now, and also protect Shador Sanders on the moving pocket. Man, just get rid of the ball fast. That's my fix for it. If that don't work, I don't know what to tell you, but that's my fix for it from my experience, from what I've seen. Get rid of the ball fast, extensions of the run game, keep the defense off balance, not letting them know the type of formation you're going to run or pass out of. Come in a big formation like they did, like UCLA did, but don't run out of it. Pass out of it. Play action. And vice versa. I mean, that's about where I think we have in our advantage right now, or possible. Modern Magic was on tonight. Still don't know how that first kick got through exactly, man. It was like a pump fake kick. 11:55 p.m. Rhode Island, so I'm headed out. Happy birthday, Chico, and thanks for another great show. Appreciate you, Jamila, out there in Rhode Island. 1999 Austin P. Happy birthday. Appreciate you. Thank you once again for everybody, the whole gang, tuning in, making this a happy birthday for your boy, even though we couldn't get a win. Jen Ragsdale said $4.99 super sticker for the happy birthday once again. I saw my girl Bridget Maxey up here leave a comment. Let me see what she said. Scorpio Vibes also. Coach Prime finally admitted we need better coaching. I think he said that in the press conference. Should I go to the press conference and check it out? Let me see. I'm going to go to the press conference right now. I know he up in that thing. Who is that right there checking in? Let me see. Somebody just checked now. I think that's Clark. Clark, what's happening?
What it do, Chico?
What's up with you? Talk to me.
Man, let me just run down the obvious. We don't have the talent at the O-line. We knew that. But coaching failed us, play calling failed us. They weren't even loading the box, and we weren't running the ball. They literally, for most of the game, they had one or three technique on the field. Was rest of them was edges and D ends.
Yep.
They had 260, 240, 50-pound guys on our guards. If we can't win that running, which we did pretty good when we did a committed run play, do that. And they didn't keep calling that. Like Savion first carry, get 8 yards.
And don't give it back to him. Like, I don't understand that either. Any team I've ever seen play, been a part of, if a running back gets a big game, what does he usually do? Get the ball again.
Yeah,
give it back to him.
No confidence, no rhythm. Like, help Shador. Let's run the ball. Even if we don't get what we need, them guys didn't play for the run at all.
Mm-mm.
They was able to go all out. They was giving up contain run lane contains because they ain't even got to worry about it. Like, so that's Sean Lewis and O'Boyle. O'Boyle still hasn't coached these guys up when it's a show blitz cover zero. These guys is spooked when they see show blitz.
Wow.
Even when they drop, they miss coverages. Jada,
man, I say
Wilty,
block air and get whiffed on. I'm talking about
3 people blocking one dude.
No, it was nobody. They was blocking nobody one time. It was 3 of them touching each other, and the rusher came off the end unblocked. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's coaching, but it's obviously it's a new group. It's not the set group. Yeah. What's the name was hurt? Bailey was hurt. Bailey, he get a tough rap because he's undersized. But this would have been the perfect game for him, where you got the athletic ends playing DT. You ain't got to worry about the 310, 315, 320 Bear Alexander type players. Yeah. Bailey would have been he's a better athlete than Wilty. I didn't know Wilty was that bad from TCU. He played pretty good. TCU.
Yeah. I said the same thing. I was surprised that he whiffed on a couple plays and gave up those hits on the quarter.
He kept whiffing. His technique was trash. He didn't move his feet. They pass rush. He's not kicking back. And these guys is athletes. These dudes is like 4.5 speed edges. These dudes is, you know what I mean? These Murphy twins. Like, come on, bro. You got to kick.
Twins. Look like they do a Pantene Pro V commercial.
Yeah, man. These model motherfuckers, like, come on. You got to
kick. Boys, though, man. They got after it. They got to the quarterback. They did their thing. Much love to them. But, man, if I'm on the sideline as a player, you got to find things to motivate you, right? And y'all don't understand, like, former players might understand this, but like me, I would find anything to motivate me. And just seeing a guy like that running back, nothing to do with him being a white boy, but him having that long hair. Like, what running back you see with long hair like that? That would have gave me an excuse to say, he ain't getting 100 yards on me, dog. I'm hitting him in the mouth every time in that long, pretty Hulk Hogan hair. And I'm talking smack to him during the game. That's my motivation, though. I'd have found something to motivate me to help us get this win. If these guys not finding anything to motivate them, then what are they playing for?
Well, I mean, for the most part, the defense did their job.
Defense played well. I like the attitude for the most part.
Jordan Dominic, this is the only game this year that a edge or defensive lineman dominated for the most part.
Where we call their name like that.
Yeah, Jordan Dominic stepped up. I'm questioning Charles Kelly, not from his play calling, but like I talked to you and Coach Hayes like a week ago about the star, star, and we run a lot of man, and he just sticks to it. We don't have the athletes to cover a slot receiver that's the best route runner on the team and is fast and shifty with our worst man athletic safety. Like that's a mismatch. That's why the old boy 17 8 on this. 8. Travis, Coop, and Travis, they did their thing on the outside. They kept eating because we playing star and we playing the safety. It's 3rd and 4. He playing 10 yards off the ball. The out route, in route. It's wide open. It's Chip Kelly. He you know what I mean? He's dialing that up. Oh, it's man coverage. We know what we're doing. And I don't see how you don't adjust that. How you don't see that, all right, at least, okay, we got cut help over the top. We're gonna shade help to the slot. Press up. If you get beat, you got Rod Ward back there.
I think so too. We should be a lot more physical at the defensive back position. Clark, where you calling in from once again?
North Carolina, man.
North Carolina. Appreciate you calling in. Clark from North Carolina, showing love once again from NC. I met a lot of people from NC out in Boulder when I was there. Shouts out to them. I think I was trying to see if Coach Hayes was going to join on before we get up off of here. See what he got going on. See what he thought about this. Just a multitude of things that I'm wondering why and what happened. Even on a block, near block PAT or field goal, should I say. What a play by Travis Hunter on that pick, though, man. Unbelievable. He took a gamble because he could have went to the to the go route right behind Travis, but he jumped on that ball, man. That's just an unbelievable play by him at the cornerback position, which is where I think he's going to definitely be on the field in the NFL. Coach Hayes said, will he play? If it's 60 plays on defense and 60 on offense, how many will he play on offense or defense? I said, if I got him in the NFL, I'm playing him both ways as much as possible. But all in all, 30 and 30 plays on offense, 30 plays on defense, at least for Travis Hunter. I'm going to him. But the plays that were successful early in the game on that first drive, it seemed like we didn't go back to it, or either they made adjustments and we didn't counter off that. Alton McCaskill, 7 yards per carry, 2 carries for 14 yards. Why isn't he playing at the beginning of the game? My guess, I have no answers for. We don't know.
Chico, I know you muted me, but I forgot. Can I say?
Yeah, you good? Go ahead.
We are our own worst enemy, and what I mean by that is, we with Coach Prime, we so predicated on if we don't see it in practice and what we see in practice, that's what we're gonna roll with on the field. But we are worst enemy because stuff that's working in practice is not gonna work against other teams.
Right now,
our pass rush is subpar. Our O-line is subpar. So you seeing the stuff work against us in practice. Our O-line ain't getting that look that they just got from UCLA. Mm-hmm. We don't got the athletes. Our D-line Our D line is getting
Right.
it's getting stalemated. You
I'm looking
got
at the highlights right now, man. Honestly, you know, on some plays, linebacker coverage, you
bad,
know, terrible.
bad. You in cover 2, you don't know to carry the scene. Middle linebacker, that's you.
Terrible.
You don't know to carry the scene.
Right. So
You got you running man, you the linebacker on the running back. You flashing back and until like a curl flat, and you got the running back flashing out for a flat.
and
You
then when
not
you come up to make the tackle, you take terrible angles.
Trevor Woods, terrible angle. Cameron Simon Craig, every out route. He cuts in. You don't break down. Another 5-10 yards after that. It was bro. We are on worst enemy because we don't get the best look.
Shooting ourselves in the foot.
All right, man. I'm out.
Much love, man. I appreciate you, Clark, checking in. Appreciate everybody else checking in too, man. What we're gonna do now is, let me see here. Make sure I get this thing back up. All right. Let me see. 7 looks slow. O-line needs to hit the dark alley. Get some powder or something. Man. All right, we're over an hour, man. I didn't even mean to stay on this long, but I appreciate you guys checking in, man. Thank you for doing this also. Anybody else? I saw a comment I wanted to say something about, but I guess me can't find it now. But all in all, thank you guys for joining me, man. We're up and about this thing. Peace in the Middle East. Stay tuned for more. If you haven't joined yet, hit the join button and join my page. Become a member. Subscribe, like, share, and all the other good stuff. Find me on Instagram, Big Dog Chico. Find me on Twitter, Big Dog Chico or Chico Cleveland. We up in this thing live and in effect, back and direct for the thousands, the tens, and the millions listening and watching from around the world. Skull Buffs, the biggest dog, and I'm about this thing. Peace in the Middle East. Yeah.